Hello, 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 my lovely gems, and welcome back to Gems Life Live. And we gonna get into some things. Hello, 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 my lovely gems, and welcome back to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Well, we have a lot of things to get into. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't been here to do some videos in the past couple days because I've been busy, busy, busy doing my networking thing. So you're going to see the fruits of that labor very shortly. So first, I want to get into shout out to Damn Homie. She was in Canada. I believe she was with Chromas, and she was definitely with Michael Mula. And we went to their party, like I told you guys, to Mula's birthday party. And Astro Pink showed up. Shout out to Astro Pink. We now have Smiley with the Astro Pink team as well, and Mula. So they're both getting sponsored and sponsoring Astro Pink as their weed of choice. So if you haven't checked it out, please go to Astro Pink's website and go and on Instagram and go check them out. Okay, they are amazing. So anyway, I want to get into this. This is if you know, you know. Okay, that's Astro Pink's little slogan, so that's funny. But if you know, you know Armand Wiggins and you know Jason Lee. They are both media personalities. Armand is mainly a YouTuber, but he is now stepping into other things. He's now doing hostings, and he also has a song out called "Deposit Your Check." It's actually a cute little bop. You could go check that out. And Jason Lee, we all know, is Hollywood Unlocked. He did come out of the mud. He has a very interesting story. Vlad is actually covering that right now, Jason Lee's interview and his whole story. So if you guys want to go check that out, you can, just to know a little bit more about who I'm talking about. So anyway, a few months, well, I want to say even longer than that, maybe almost a year, Armand moved to LA. And he got close with Jason Lee. Now, Armand's been building. He first was mentored by Tasha K, and we all know how that turned out, which most of her mentors, the same thing tends to happen. But anyway, they fell out, and Armand's just been building his YouTube. Now, I've been watching Armand since he had like 7,000 subscribers, and now he's, I believe, over 100,000. So he's been building, 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 and he does very well on like super chats and cash apps, and people really support Armand. He gets lots of views on lives. I believe the last biggest live he did was 13,000, and he, like, let's be clear, he was talking about Jason Lee, but they've been getting into it with each other. We do know that they got close when he moved to LA and they started working together. I mean, I seen it. I started to see Armand host Jason Lee's gagging. They were going to parties together. Armand would basically praise him and say, you know, he's putting me in rooms with Kanye West. He got this picture with Kanye West at the brunch. So he's friends with Cardi B as well. Also, Jason Lee is friends with Cardi B. Now, the funny part about that is that Jason Lee's been begging for Nicki Minaj's time and for years. And Armand is a barb as well. But because Nicki doesn't right away just go to these bloggers and become friends with them, they tend to switch over to Cardi B. So we all know how that is. It's a little ridiculous to me because Nicki should not have to reach down to any blogs. I believe she actually calls out blogs. She calls out Shade Room. She has done that. Cardi B has also done that as well. But they're also in alliance with a few blogs. On site is Rashida Ali, and that's Nicki's friend as well. So, I mean, Mob's Radio Barb, Gems Life Barb. So anyway, but to make a long story short and for it to all come full circle is Armand and Jason were working together and it was a good look. Honestly, I thought it was a great look. It was a good look for Armand to get into certain spaces, and it was a good look for Jason Lee for his presence on YouTube, because it is true. Once Jason Lee attached himself with Armand, his YouTube started looking way better, his lives and everything. And Armand did speak about this, that he did help Jason Lee when he would call for tech stuff and everything like that. And Jason Lee, in turn, was bringing him to brunches, now he didn't want him to take a picture with Kanye, but Armand did that himself. Um, and I mean, I thought it was iconic, especially for, Armand coming from the dirt where he came from the mud, pardon me, and got to where he is today strictly by being a YouTuber on screen by himself. Like, clearly, you just have to respect it. And I do respect Jason Lee's grind as well. As we know, he has Mayweather backing him. So Jason Lee's grind is a little different. He did accumulate that relationship himself, though. So that also is getting it out of the mud. But really what's going on is Armand is thinking that Jason Lee's a hater. And Jason Lee is kind of playing the victim and also being the goat that he is at the same time. Jason doesn't care. As I said, Floyd Mayweather is backing Jason Lee. So whether Jason Lee worked with Kanye, whether Jason Lee mentored Armand, whether he is friends with Cardi B, those people don't matter. They don't give Jason his bag. Yes, Kanye did give him $1 million for a year of work, and they have now severed ties. But Jason Lee stated he got that money before. He got it right before. He got the whole $1 million up front. So, I mean, this whole narrative that maybe like Kanye didn't say that Jason Lee was stealing money. He said he was showing up in Balenciaga, too much Balenciaga. Now, a lot of people took that as he's taking money. I took it as Kanye's been having problems with Balenciaga for a long time now. It's just coming out now that they severed ties because of all this stuff in the media with Kanye. But he's been having issues with Balenciaga. And I think that statement meant that, let's be honest, Jason Lee loves Balenciaga. He wears the two-piece suits, like Armand said. And I think Kanye was just like, bro, you're showing up to work in Balenciaga when I'm having clear problems with them. Like, maybe he took it as a subliminal dig, when I just think Jason, likes Balenciaga. I don't think it was that deep, but Kanye, he has his own reasons. But anyhow, it doesn't matter because Jason Lee is backed by Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather, the money team. Like, Jason Lee doesn't need anybody once you have Floyd. So I really think that Armand might have jumped the gun because, Jason Lee doesn't need anyone either. Armand doesn't need anyone. He's doing it perfectly well on his own. Now, he is not on the same level as Jay-Z financially and, in the circuit the way Jason Lee is, but he is doing his own thing as well. And I really think they're in their own lanes, and that's kind of what Armand was talking about. He just didn't want to have to do Jason Lee's show and then, forget his identity and his Armand Wiggins show. And Jason Lee didn't mention pay in the first message. He did say he was planning on paying him, but I mean, he didn't discuss it. And I guess Armand had done a whole bunch of stuff, maybe for free. But I mean, it's a bartering situation. If I look at it as a bartering situation, Jason Lee was putting Armand in places that maybe Armand would have taken longer to get to. And in turn, he wanted a little bit of tech help and wanted Armand to be his protege. Now, it ended up blowing up in both of their faces. And that's really, that's really sad because I really thought them as a team would have been really dope. And obviously, for Black people as well, it would just been awesome to see two of the biggest Black media men out there band together. So anyway, I hope they can work it out in the future. I don't think now it'll be worked out because they've been saying a bunch of stuff. Well, Jason Lee hasn't said too much, but he's doing subliminals, and Armand did a whole show about it. So it might not be able to get patched up now, but it's just sad. It's a disappointment, and I wish them both luck. They're both great. I love Armand. I've been watching Armand forever, so I'm a little biased, and I'm also a Barb. So Jason Lee is not for Nicki at all. So that's the only thing that makes me more lean also towards Armand. And I just love watching Armand on YouTube, straight up. Anyway, so we are going to get into some other news, some Toronto news. So I love Goldie London. She is one of my favorite female artists, period, not just in Canada. And she reminds me of the Canadian Nikki, just to say. And she is, look at her, like, just look at her. She looks great. And there's Paris as well. Paris is also one of the artists that I look at all the time for just, doing her thing. She is a hustler. Like, let's just be perfectly clear. And Paris looks like money all the time. She's always wearing Louis, Gucci, like she's always from head to toe with the wigs and everything. And Goldie as well. Like, they look the part. You know what I mean? Like, they look the part. Chromis is looking good too, but to me, she looks more like just natural. Like, she's not wearing the wigs, and she's not always rocking the name brand outfits, but she looks good. But I'm just talking about aesthetic as a rapper. Goldie London and Paris have it down. Like, if you ladies trying to be rappers right now in Canada, like, this is the look right there, right in front of your face. You see that? You see them? These women are on top of their game. They look like money. They look like the part that they're playing and that they're doing, which is a bad bitch female rapper. And they're doing it big. So I just want to tell the ladies out there, not saying you have to, go get your body done or, wear wigs all the time. If you have natural hair, you want to wear your hair, that's cool. But I'm just saying there's a certain look and aesthetic you have to have nowadays to be a successful female rapper. And because Canada, nobody takes us seriously until, they find the biggest rapper in the world and they become the biggest artist in the world. But we always have the diamond in the rough out here. And as soon as one gets put on, they become the biggest thing in the world. So keep your head up, ladies. Aspire to look the part. It's a lifestyle. You got to live and breathe this shit, and you need to look it. I hate to say that. I hate to apply the pressure, but like Nikki says, pressure is what I apply. So you need to do that. Okay. So keep it up. I love everything that's going on in the city. There's lots of stuff going on. Everybody. I mean, why do you just put a diss track out about Mula? I listened to it, but it's like he raps kind of just, his rapping style is a little, not what I'm into, so I just couldn't get into it. But I mean, if Six Sounds put it up, I mean, if you want to look into that, look into that. But I just hope that, I mean, it would be dope if those two rappers could do a song together. I know that it's crazy to say that with all the beef and all the stuff that's been going on for years and everything like that. But I mean, wouldn't it be monumental if, like, Wasp Gang and like Mula and Pyrex and them, if they all just said, you know what, let's just all squash the beef and make a song together. I really feel like that could unite the whole city. And I really feel like that would show, other kids or other people that are in problems that you can work it out, even if it feels like it's not able to be worked out. Two men can come together and squash beef. Two women can come together and squash beef. I don't like seeing men dissing females. I think that's crazy. I think Paris said something about that. She's like, "You a bitch." If you are a man and you're dissing a female, especially when you don't even know, yeah, you are definitely a bitch ass motherfucker. Okay, and you need to get it together. But anyway, my lovely gems, that is my show for today. So please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below on all the topics we talked about today. And I will be back with another video. Bye for now.